Hi, as elections draw near, you may or may not decided on who will get your vote. Today, we have a look back at the interview between BBM and Boy Abunda, and we break down his answers on key issues. My name is Mark DeCastro. Welcome to ConservativO.
Ang aking katanungan po, kung ikay papalarin manalo bilang presidente ng Pilipinas, and given the unpredictability and the viciousness of this virus, ano po ang iyong programa pagdating sa COVID-19?
Well, when it comes to COVID-19, ang lagi kong sinasabi dyan, I summarize it very simply. I call it jab to jobs. What we first have to do is to get vaccinated. And we have to roll out the vaccines properly. We have to make sure that the vaccines are effective and safe, have been handled properly. And now we have gotten to the point, the last statistic that I saw was 54 million Filipinos have been nabakunahan na, fully vaccinated na. Hindi pa tayo umaabot dun sa tinatawag na herd immunity. Kailangan talaga natin paabutin ng 70-75%. At sana yung kalagayan na nakikita natin sa Europa, sa ibang bansa, kahit tinatamaan ng Omicron, nag-positive, hindi na lang masyadong pinapansin kasi parang flu na lang para sa kanila dahil 95% sila vaccinated. So, dapat yan ang habol natin. Once we get ourselves in a safer condition, that we manage the pandemic, or we have to now be thinking, even while we're just slowly working our way through the pandemic, ngayon pa lang, dapat iniisip na natin kung paano natin ibabalik ang ekonomiya. Kagaya ng sabi mo, ang daming walang trabaho, ang daming nasira ang plano, lahat. Ang palagay ko, I would even amend that. I would say, hindi marami, lahat ng kahit sino. Lahat ng tao sa buong mundo yata naramdaman itong COVID na ito.
So BBM's response on COVID is very similar to the conservative approach that's happening in the United States. The virus is here. We have to acknowledge that there's a virus, but we also have to acknowledge that there is a solution to the virus, and those are vaccines. Let's get the vaccines, let's maintain proper health and safety protocols, and the best that we can do right now is to move on with our lives, to increase our income, to go back to the normal way of living, and to no longer be scared of this virus. We just have to stay on top of our game. We have to maintain safety protocols. And of course, we have to get vaccinated.
And so we have to come back to give our people, get them back to work. And how do we do that? We do that, in my view, we do that by revitalizing the MSMEs, the small businesses that comprise 95% of our businesses and 62% of our employment in businesses. They have been very hard hit. The government can help them with the lower taxes or tax holidays, amnesties, etc. The private sector can come in with microfinancing and all that.
So BBM is doing this properly. The government, if there's anything that the government can do, is to help business recover. Now, how do we do that? If there's a business that we see that has, for example, 3 employees, 4 employees, 5 employees, and they're having a hard time making payroll, let's stop muna the taxation of these businesses. Let's try to get a rent-free or do something with these businesses to help them out so they can keep their payroll going and stay in business. That is absolutely crucial. Now, I don't know. Let's continue to watch to see if BBM is going to give ayuda to these businesses, or is he going to just direct them to a financing source? That'd be interesting to watch.
Agriculture also needs to be looked at because it's a creator of jobs. And
Is this what you mean by the jobs to jobs concept?
Yes, the idea is just once we are in a safe condition, then we have to get people back to work. Yan lang naman ang habol. Pag tinanong mo ang Pilipino, ano palagay mo sa COVID? Yung COVID, wala akong trabaho, wala akong pera. So yun ang talagang dapat na priority. Ngayon pa lang pinaghahandaan natin. So agriculture, tourism, and we should do this, we should go back to the concept of PPPs, public-private partnerships. And that way, we can bring together different segments of government working together so that the economy will come back and hopefully come back even stronger than it was pre-COVID.
Of course, we're hoping na sana'y wala nang bagong variants na dumating. But sabi ko nga kanina, this is so unpredictable, we don't know what's going to happen next. Pagdating doon sa vaccination, hindi pa tayo nakakaabot doon sa 70, 75. What is your message to people who refuse to be vaccinated?
Well, they must understand that we cannot force people to be vaccinated. Karapatan ng tao yan. Hindi mo pwedeng pilitin na mag-vaccinate. Ngunit, sana naman maunawaan nila na kapag sila ay hindi nagpapabakuna, ay yung lahat na nakapaligid sa kanila, pati na yung kanilang mahal sa buhay, kanilang pamilya, mga kaibigan, yung kanilang kabarangay, lahat yan ay linalagay nila at risk yan. Dahil kung sila ay tamaan, ay ikakalat nila yan. Ang statistic ngayon, ang mga nasa ospital na tinamaan ng Omicron na 85% are not vaccinated. Kaya't maliwanag naman ang science na sinasabi, malaking tinutulong ng pag-vaccinate. Kaya't sana hikayatin natin sila, sabihin natin, paliwanag natin. Ngayon, that will also, yung nangyayari ngayon, it will also limit their own options in their everyday lives. Hindi makapunta sa restaurant, hindi makasakay sa public transport, all of these things. So, but rather than punish them, I think we should really convince them that this is important. It is important for your work, it is important for your community, for your family.
You spoke about the socio-economic recovery of people. Very briefly lang, yung lockdown.
No,
Your comment?
No more lockdowns. Hindi na kaya ng Pilipino mag-lockdown. Hindi na nila kaya. It is too hard. They're going to too much hardship already. They just cannot do it. Maraming nga sinasabi, yung labag sa protocol, sinasabi, hindi na bali magkasakit, basta may kita ako.
So it's very clear to see in this clip that BBM is taking the Republican conservative approach to COVID-19, which is something I totally agree with. We know the problem. The problem is COVID-19. We have the solution based on medical data and all sorts of aspects. That solution is the vaccine. Let's get people back to work. Let's maintain the basic health and safety protocols, and let's move on with our lives. And that's really the only way that we can see this through. We can't be afraid of this virus. We have to move forward. Those are our thoughts. But what do you think? Let us know. Comment, like, and subscribe below. On the next episode, we talk about BBM's reaction to poverty in the Philippines.